Yeah, what's up? Did you talk? Did you lose your voice? Yeah, well, in the beginning you said it would be easy, right? But maybe you come to a point where you feel like they gotta stick. You understand that how, maybe at this point you understand how it really works. But there is hope. Yeah, yeah, now you get it. You don't have to be anything at all in order to become anything they want. Because all they do is repeat the same whatever words over and over and over again. And by that time, you understand it's not you who's the problem. They have issues. But only when you're in it for a while, you understand how much issues they really have. And then you see the things that I'm doing is actually heroic. The things I'm doing is, I wouldn't say wasting their time, but um, I mean, you could join my team. Um, we could have fixed it a long time ago. Or, well, I say fix, you know, could have probably been further along. You like Jesus, so yeah, you like Jesus, so I think you could, you actually have a good chance of of feeding directly into the energy that you want. You know, if you have Jesus, then you should choose the wheat and then do the best. Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that Jesus would tell you that you gotta turn the other cheek. And that can be hard when these people don't really care if you turn the other cheek. They'll punch you in the face again and again and again. So if you need potato, then maybe you need potato. Jesus is good though. Jesus is strong. So don't you know? I don't know if you can always take the spirit of Jesus. I'm sure Jesus would understand if you got to do what you got to do. I would also think that Jesus should be enough, right? Do some prayers and stuff. But these people, it's not even that prayers aren't enough because prayers are enough. Jesus is enough. Just like potatoes is enough too. It's just a different path. The thing is that they control Christianity for 2,000 years, or not even Christianity. They tried to control religion, and in that they've set up all this. Yeah, 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 I agree. I agree. It's not even. They're not even strong. Have you seen how weak they are? They're really weak, and the worst thing is that once the people come together, they really are exposed a lot. All the people that you had problems with, they got exposed in the last couple of days. They had PDF threats coming towards them. When I say threats, it's just like the shit's hitting them back at themselves. Well, when did I ever say something that, in terms of all these things, I've probably been the most informative in exactly how people act, think, and what they say, etc. I know it seems weird that a cow could bring all the truth, but you should talk with Elaine too. She has also truth. I don't know if you know Elaine. Troll cow. She talks about it, but she doesn't talk about. So if you pay attention to her, she also gives some inputs. If you know troll cow, she can be really hard to get close to, but she talks about some of these. But it's specific branches. But she touches, like, she gets like harassed by some of the same people. So sometimes it can be good to hear what the others say. You get more inputs, if that makes sense. If you want to weaponize yourself better. Also, being in my server also is is a help because other people are also aligned against them. They have a lot of enemies, but all their enemies are spread out, and so it makes them strong and others weak. The problem is that I mean, the thing is though that they are generally weak. Like they're not very strong, and their case is really like their strength lies in the intimidation factor. And so if people aren't intimidated by them, then they have a big problem. So it really just takes a little bit of, it doesn't take a whole lot. It takes a little bit of integrity, right? The thing that you kind of have and you want to have it. You just mm, I think maybe have a hard time aligning these things right with the right people. Have you been talking? I can't like they tried to split me off from her because they know they know if too many cows get together, these cows share information with each other, and that exposes them to a large degree. That's why they will say in between cows. This is why their plan is like this, right? In between cows, they will make it so, hey, this cow said so and so about you, and so you shouldn't talk with better get rid of them, like that's not. It's because they want to control the information. So that's probably the biggest weakness for them is if information got together, and they'll probably so they'll spend their time trying to destroy that. They are very motivated by destroying those things because not only are they more safer, but they can also use that to uh, obviously to do more of their nasty stuff. Because as you know, they hide in the fact, like they hide it underneath that and say you're so and so, and then they can just then can start have their fun. So, but the main key, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the main key is to just not engage. Try and avoid their spaces, but I think mine is the best halfway spot. You're gonna be confronted here. They're gonna want to have fun with you, but it's somewhat contained. So at least we split it into two, so that they can do those things, but they are discouraged from it because they keep getting banned and kicked and exposed for their shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fucked up. Hmm. Well, you're gonna hear from it, but I don't know what you can do really. You could just you know keep pointing out their shit. Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's exactly what they want. They want the tension. They're gay. This is what you might have to understand is that they're probably slightly gay. They kind of like the tension, so they'll continue for as long as you continue. So really, the real trick is if you really want to get rid of it, just don't. Just mute them and pretend like they don't exist. It won't take long before they just like whoever. If somebody says something that you don't like and that's aggressive, literally just mute them. Just pretend like they do not exist. They're just air. I haven't done that because I'm basically showing the rest of the world exactly what's going on, right? Like I show it bit by bit. Slowly people wake up a little bit to it. It takes some time, but um, you know, I show the culture because it's a part of society that will grow no matter if people pay attention to it or not. So I just kind of pay attention to the society and say this is this is what's going on in the lowest part of society at the moment, at least on the internet, and we need to do something about it because I don't think it's impossible to get rid of it, and I think it can be stamped out, right? When people can say, hey, that's fucking boring here, like why are you so retarded, like whatever it is. I think more voices has an effect. So I think just stay in the Discord and don't engage with them on while you're on my stream because those are the things that they want. Like just don't do the things that you usually do. Literally, like if you seriously want to get rid of them, just pretend like they don't exist. And you can even go further, and you could just talk. Like you could just instead of talk with them, just talk at them. They don't really like that. Just never respond to anything they say. Instead, you just keep pointing something at them, whatever it is. Just they also get a little bit tired of that. Um, but alternatively, them thing they get most tired of is just leaving their stuff and going to a place where they aren't really. Yeah, yeah. Well, you're obviously not because soon, more or less, anybody who's like just connected loosely to the sector is gonna be called out like that. All it takes is just to interact with them. That's the fucked up part is that they're just fucked up people that are gay and they want to make other people gay because they probably this is what you have to tell them all. Tell them you probably got molested as a child and that's why you're so I want you to understand this, Jews. If they have emotions over those things or whatever, then those emotions come from a place. They probably got molested. Probably. They probably have feelings over things because something happened in their life. So you could always toss that at them and say, hey, you're actually gay because look at those feelings. Look at those feelings that you are projecting from your closeted homosexuality. This is exactly what they are. So you just keep saying that. That hurts. That gets really close because then suddenly it's in your side. You have to. You just ask them, why are you gay? Why are you actually gay? And why is it hard for you to admit it? Like say, ask them those questions every single time. And then they'll get tired of you. I bet you. Bet you it's gonna stop eventually. I get if you want to interact with them and you don't want to just ignore them, just keep asking them that because that is actually what's real. Do you think I messed up? Um, um, I mean, yeah, but it's like if you think about it, you didn't really. Nobody's like. Think about this. Okay, let's think about this instead. Should we live in a society where old and young people don't communicate? Because if we do so, you know, we might miss information. We might, build a society that's kind of skewed, where it's like, I don't know, we create a unhealthy distance to anybody, right? If we can't talk with this or that person, and really, they shouldn't dictate that. So whether that's wrong or right, I don't know. Um, but ultimately they're not like good judges of right and wrong. Like they have a fucked up view on justice. So it's like So it's really irrelevant. You could just say, don't care what their opinion is, right? Just like I usually say, just say they talk out of their ass because they're gay. Yeah, it's like you know how people can get into any fucking corner when they do the things that they do. You say anything. You'll say anything because you know exactly because they continue saying whatever, right? They just want you to admit to anything. Just say anything and they'll be happy because that's essentially what they do all the time. They just want that so they can be happy because it lets them abuse people. It's literally, you see it yourself. Just say anything and it lets them abuse you. That's why it makes them happy because they know then they have that sexual advantage. That's why I say they are gay because they are interested in hooking up men close to them so they can't leave them. That sounds a little bit gay to me, and that is I would literally ride on it all day long and then see what reaction you get from that. If you want to interact with them, try that approach. And then if that's not enough, just call them pedophiles. Literally. So saying, wait, if you have emotions for that, you must be one yourself. Like you literally exhibiting. Just tell them it's it's that the behavior is literally that. Okay, so all right, cool. Yeah, just ask me anything. They keep joining, so I'm not really banning or kicking them too much, or I am, but I don't exclude them from my life because I keep unbanning them because I actually want them to get tired of whatever they're doing, if that makes sense. So I'm working on getting the last pieces out of my life or getting to negotiate with them to like making it more clear to them that they're either gonna pass on or they're gonna be continue to be exposed for what they are, and it's gonna get closer and closer. Like they're not gaining anything on me. Um. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. I don't wanna hold you up. Yeah. Talk to you later. Peace.